evening, campers. Last night at the tour tonight, so we'll have some real fun. Don't let these cameras intimidate you in any way. My mum was here last night. I was much more intimidated by her knowing she was here than I was by any bunch of TV cameras and 2,000 fans. I wasn't allowed to say the F, well, I was allowed to say it, but I didn't say the F word once, so people were wondering what had happened when I come off stage at the end. Maybe I was feeling a bit not too well, but it was my mum being here, so. When you hear the non-profane bootleg when it gets round, you'll wonder why. That'll be a fucking rarity, that'll be as well. Don't be intimidated by the cameras, just every time I say crackerjack, you have to all shout. You got it. It's that summer of the evening, get ready and roll the cassettes. There's boys outside preaching genocide, trying to pick up some sort of threat. And the ladies in the cloakroom take no notice of me. I wish myself I was back indoors, but there's nothing safe in watching TV. There's something born tomorrow, got I lost when I was out for a drink. How many gangs is it gonna take to change the way I think? It takes more than good intentions and a big bloke on the door. That's never the same after the first time. It doesn't stop coming back for more. Fighting in the dance always happens anyway. Sometimes it makes me stop and think. Sometimes it makes me turn away. Sometimes it makes me stop and think. Sometimes it makes me turn away. Sometimes I want to stop and think, but most times I have to run away. Thank you. Sometimes when you lose your way to me, I think you don't care at all. If you don't get here soon, I'll tear that clock down from the wall. Your family and friends don't understand. They treat me so strange. The book you said to read, well, I have read, but nothing's changed. The clocks go forward, the clocks go back, yet here I sit as if I were the only one. Oh, you cannot hear me. Oh, you cannot hear me. Can anybody hear me out there? He's up on his high horse again. You're down in the park. I'm left to fight my impulses alone here in the dark. The chain that fell off my bike last night is now wrapped round my heart. Sometimes I think that fight's been against us from the start. Long to let our love run free, yet here I am, a victim of geography. And oh, you cannot hear me. Oh, you cannot hear me. Can anybody hear me out there? She said know you are the only one. Yes, you are the only one. Yes, you are the only one. Thank you. It's bad timing and me find a lot of things out this way. There's you, little black cloud in a dress. The temptation to take the precious things we have apart to see how they work. Must be resisted, but they never fit together again. If this is rain, let it fall on me and drown me. If these are tears, let them fall. Must I paint you a picture about the way that I feel? No, my love for you is stronger. No, my love for you is real. Took a short walk and a talk to change the rules of engagement while you search fancy people worse. Then claiming that virtue never tested is no virtue at all. And so I lost my ignorance. And now the bells across the river chime out your name. I look across to them again. Must I paint you a picture about the way that I feel? No, my love for you is stronger. No, my love for you is real.
All your friends said come down, never fly. Don't let it break crisis after crisis, such intensity. This would never happen if you lived by the sea.
Most important decisions in life are made between two people in bed. I found that out at my expense. When I see you, you just turn around and walk away like we never met. Ah, we used to be so bright. I dreamt the world stopped turning as we climbed the hill. I dreamt impossible dreams that we were lovers still. Must I paint you a picture about the way that I feel? No, my love for you is stronger. The director out in the massive van out the back that's blasting this up to satellites and all over, Barking, Dagenham, even Truckminster, everywhere, said he pleaded and begged with me to let us have this. They've got these special lights that they have on for filming bits of the audience. But I say, not only does it destroy the atmosphere, but it lets me realise when you've all nodded off. But I said in one song, I would allow them to put the lights on and film you all freaking out and going crazy. Now, it's very important that you do the whole freak out and go crazy, even you up in the balcony, because we're hoping to sell this footage to Iron Maiden. So if you see yourself in an Iron Maiden video in 6 months' time down the front, go. Yeah. Ring them, not me. It's them what owe you, all right? That would be great, wouldn't it? Can you imagine that? Now, this is one where also there's a lot of sort of audience participation, this being folk music. I play this old folk song and you all sing on the chorus, all right? So I'll see you at the chorus. Here we go then. Got them lights up? Yes! I'm 21 years when I wrote this song. I'm 22 now, but I won't be for long. People ask me when I grow up to be a man, but all the girls I love at school already pushing pranks. I loved you then as I love you still. They put you on a pedestal, they put you on the bill. Don't feel bad about letting you go, just feel sad about letting me know. Here we go! Bloke dancing there. I love the words you wrote to me, but that was bloody yesterday. Can't survive on what you send every time you need a friend. I saw 2 shooting stars last night. I wished on them. Run to a short space on where I wish you'd care. Don't let him have all the fun down here. What you do? Louder! One more time, your Uncle Bill! Last time I went on a lobby of Parliament, unlike what happened to the National Union of Students, I was able to get there because the demonstration I went on, we all arrived by tube and we all surged. 10,000 of us who were on the platform of Westminster Tube and St James's Park all surged out of the underground and we were there before they could even see us coming. That lobby of Parliament was a lobby of Parliament against Clause 28/29. Now, Clause 28/29 doesn't only affect the rights of people who are already open about their sexuality, about their gayness or their lesbianness. It affects all of us because the expression of your sexuality is a basic, fundamental human right, the same as anything else. And since then I've also felt that it's not only the bands that are declared about their sexuality that should write about the subject of love between 2 people of the same sex. We should all be able to do that, particularly at a time when the government are trying to stop any positive information about that kind of thing getting out and about. So I wrote this song. It's called Tender Comrade. What will you do when the war is over? Tender comrade, when we lay down our weary guns, when we return home to our wives and families, and look into the eyes of our sons. What will you say of the bond we had? Tender comrade, will you say that we were brave as the shells fell all around us? Oh, that we wept and cried for our mothers and cursed our fathers for forgetting that all men are brothers. Will you say that we were heroes, or that fear of dying among strangers tore our innocence and false shame away? And from that moment on, deep in my heart I knew that I would only give my life for love. Brothers in arms, in each other's arms, was the only time that I was not afraid. What will you do when the war is over? Tender comrade, when we cast off these khaki clothes and go our separate ways, what will you say of the bond we had? Tender comrade. Thank you. One voice rules the nation just because she's top of the pile. Doesn't mean her vision is the clearest. The voices of the people falling on deaf ears. Our politicians all become careerists. They must declare their interests, but not their company cars. Is there more to see in Parliament than sitting on your ass? And the best of all this bad bunch shouting to be heard above the sound of ideologies clashing. Outside the patient millions, we put them into power. Expect a little more back for their taxes. Like school books, beds in hospitals, peace in our bloody time. All I get is old men grinding axes. They built their private fortunes on the things they can rely. The club, the secret handshake, the stock exchange and the old school tie. For God and Queen and country, the things they justify. Above the sound of ideologies clashing. When South Africa applauds away, the Tories use their power to silence the debate on Northern Ireland. I wonder how long it will be before the nations of the world begin to impose sanctions upon my land. It's the logic of the ostrich to deal with the IRA. If we don't talk about them, they will simply go away. While another gunshot shatters the media's silence today, above the sound of ideologies clashing. Bless the Secret Service, the nation's saving grace. While we expect democracy, they're laughing in our face. And although our cries get louder, the laughter gets louder still. Above the sound of ideologies clashing. Above the sound of ideologies, above the sound of ideologies, above the sound of ideologies clashing. Camelot or Jack and Jacqueline, but on the Che Guevara highway filling up with gasoline. Fidel Castro's brother spies and rich lady who's crying over luxury's disappointment, so he walks over and he's trying to sympathise with her, but he thinks that he should warn her that the third world is just around the corner. Soviet Union scientist is blinded by the resumption of nuclear testing, and he is reminded that Dr. Robert Oppenheimer's optimism fell at the first hurdle. The cheese pavilion, and the only noise I hear is the sound of someone stacking chairs and mopping up spilled beer, and someone asking questions and basking in the light of the 15 fame-filled minutes of a panting writer. Pop and politics, he asks me what the use is. I offer him embarrassment and my usual excuses, while looking down the corridor